Hey guys, what's up? How you doing today? Welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. Guys, it's been a long time since I published a video, and the reason is, well, Nito is in the hospital, so now I became officially a dad, a father, and I have a son now, and I'll make a video separately on this topic, but hey, just want to keep you updated on this channel. Today I want to answer a question that I've been recently asked a lot. How much money do I need in Canada? Like after you immigrate here on your permanent residency, how much money should you have on your bank account to start a decent life in a new country? So this video is going to be really helpful. Make sure you watch it till the end. Now smash the like button and start commenting, guys, if you have any questions, and of course subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Let's get started. First thing you have to know is, I'll tell you how much money I had. I was an international graduate. I just graduated from college. I had backup of $5,000. That's when I moved to Alberta. That's all I had. That's definitely not enough. That's definitely not a suggestion for you to have. But I was a single international student, and I was willing to do what it takes and do all sorts of survival jobs as necessary, unskilled labor, to survive, to pay off rent. So I moved here with $5,000 to Alberta from Scarborough, Ontario, which means I already knew a little bit about the country and I knew how to find places. How much money do you need for that? Well, the government suggests you have $15,000. I suggest you have, for a decent life, anywhere between $15,000 to $30,000. And let me explain to you why. First thing you're going to need once you settle in Canada is you need to rent a place. You need a place to stay in. So how does it work here? You have to sign an agreement, like a lease agreement, rental agreement, usually for 1 year, sometimes 6 months, but they charge you more for that. 1 year, and what it is they want you to pay 1 month in advance, and also they charge you a damage deposit. At least that's what they do here in Alberta. Damage deposit is just to make sure if you break their property, they can fix it. If you break something on purpose or not on purpose, if you have like a cat or a dog, first of all, not many landlords are going to give you the property. Secondly, they would probably charge you another $200, $300 damage deposit just in case your cat or dog crashes the wall or breaks something. How much would be the damage deposit normally? It's anywhere not more than 1 month of rent. So legally they cannot charge you more. How much would they charge you? 50% to 100% of the monthly rent. That's how much they charge you for damage deposit. You get it back, of course, if you don't damage anything throughout the stay. And what's the rent? What's the price for it? Well, right now it can be anywhere from $900 for a basement and to $1,200 for a small house. The rent depends on the neighborhood too. So if you want to get something really cheap, you can get something in a really cheap neighborhood where you get a bunch of weirdos walking around, and you can get into some ghetto. And ghetto is not the best place to live. Crime rates and weird people and strangers. And if you want to have a neighborhood where you have nice people who walk around and smile and greet you, and you want to go into like a proper Canadian culture, not the worst part of a Canadian culture, but a good one. You want to live in a neighborhood where it's all clean, the squirrels are running, the houses are beautiful, their gardens are full of flowers, and people are smiling and saying hello to you. Then you might have to pay a little bit extra, because those places are usually more expensive. Also, they offer better schools for your kids if you have a family. So this is the most important part. Now, next thing is, when you rent a place, this is where majority of your money are going to go away very fast. You need furniture. There are lots of stuff that is unfurnished here in Canada. Some places you can find furniture, but you want to have your own furniture because majority of the places are without any furniture. And that's where your $10,000 is going to just fly away. You need to buy a bed, a couch, a cabinet, all the kitchenry utensils, utilities. You need to start living in the country. If you came here as a PR, permanent resident, that's an expense, and this $10,000 that I'm talking about just going to fly out like that, just like that. Options are, of course, to buy furniture is cheaper option is IKEA. More expensive one would be some brick or one of the other stores. My favorite one's IKEA and JYSK, so it's like another IKEA basically. I think it's the same owner company, but they're cheaper places. But if you want to have something that's going to last you a longer time in Canada, you just want to waste money for something cheap, then go for some more serious shops than IKEA or JYSK, I would say. That's what I'm talking about. Next thing is groceries and utilities. You have to pay if you rent something. Probably you have to pay utilities, at least electrical. It's like $50. Internet under $100. Cell phone under $100. All I'm saying is that it's going to be quite expensive, and lots of money are going to go away. The more money you have, $15,000, it should be enough for at least 3 months without a job to settle down. 30,000, I would say it's probably closer to 6. I don't have enough fingers on my hand. 6 months for you to find a job. Now, if you don't have enough money, should you not come to Canada? Well, if you have enough money, what the government is requiring you to get your status in Canada, you should have enough money. The way to save money is to get a job. But there is one thing. You can get a job really fast in Canada. You can find a place to rent really fast. You really can find a place to rent within a few weeks or less sometimes. Right now, it's a buyer's economy. You like market, you can go and rent something. But if you want to find a job, to pay your bills, you don't want to spend all of your savings, to grab something fast, you might grab something that is called survival jobs. Why do we call it like that, immigrants? It's just because it's unqualified labor. It's something you don't want to be doing necessarily, that doesn't pay you much money. You might get something on the minimum wage, but you will have to work so hard. You would think, why do I have to work for less money? It's ridiculous, but it's true. In Canada, it's kind of, you less money you make, the more you work. And the funny thing about it is, you have to compete with other immigrants who are coming here, who are willing to work for less. You have to compete with them, because nobody's going to give you a job if you don't do anything and pay you for that. So it's hard work. There's not much money. Barely 25 grand a year, which is totally maybe half of, or at least half or a third of what you can make with your qualification and skills. But it's going to take you time. Half a year, maybe a few years before you get the job that you want. And you can get so tired doing those low paid jobs that drain you out, working several shifts, that you might not have time to write a proper resume and search for the dream job, for something that you came to Canada. I always keep that in mind. You have to be always optimistic and go for something bigger, and never give up, never stop searching, even if you're stuck on those survival jobs for a year or two. And also, when you're renting a place, they sign an agreement with you. So if you go for a cheaper place in a bad neighborhood, you'll be stuck there for a year at least, if you sign up for a year. Otherwise, you have to pay penalty and lose money to move out from that place, which you don't want to do in your first year in Canada. So take your time and prepare wisely. Groceries, food that you eat. What's the cost of it? Well, if you're single or a small family, it can be anywhere from $100 $100. If it's a family, several people, 100 to 200. I noticed a drastic change of my grocery bills after our family became from 2 people to 5 people. It's a lot of money. I'm just surprised how money just flies away. But we prepared $100 to $250 minimalistically spending a week, not a month. So $1,000 a month. If you get a car, be prepared to spend at least $50 a week for a car. If you take a truck, then it's your fault. Then don't take some Honda Civic for a first time buyer, unless you're a rich guy. It took me a while, guys, seriously. Took me a while to get to a stage where I'm comfortable with what I do, and I'm comfortable with what I earn, and and I'm not so stressed out like I was in my first years in Canada. It took me years to get to this stage, And when you're watching this YouTube channel, if you know my story, you've been watching so many videos here, you probably know that it took a long time to get to this stage where I'm finally comfortable in saying this, that I'm comfortable in living in Canada, because my wife is working, I'm working, and the incomes and where we are and the experience and everything, and we have a place to stay. It took time to build it up, and if you are coming here with money, it might take you a little bit less time, because really I had to do all sorts of nonsense jobs, working real hard to get to a stage where I got right now. And when I'm saying real hard, I mean harder, and way harder than later on. I shouldn't be saying that, because lots of people in Canada, they're going to say, oh, this guy's probably not doing anything now at his workplace. There's still competition. It's just that you get to a certain level in your mindset, you start to understand things. I want to make a separate video about Canadian healthcare system. It's crazy. I have one video, I'll make another one, because I have my most recent experience is the culture, work culture. I want to find out your comments, so I want to find out more things that you want to know about Canada. Let me tell you and explain the experience, answer your questions. So shoot a comment down below, I'm going to read it and I'll answer. By the way, this is like a hockey field, right? And there's like a basketball field. This is like a school area, so I'm shooting in the school area. Guys, smash the like button, subscribe to this channel. Bye for now, we'll see you in next video. See you soon, guys. Reading your comments right now, okay? So see you.